Hello dear students, welcome to Vision Pharmacy. Please do like, share and subscribe YouTube channel and also press the bell icon for getting updates on upcoming videos. In our today's lecture, we are going to study on the topic of latent heat. So let's begin with our today's video. Latent heat, that is the energy absorbed or released by a substance during a change in its physical state, that is phase, that occur without changing its temperature. This can be easily understood by seeing the example. Consider ice cube melting as the temperature rises, right? During melting, the ice absorbs latent heat, which is used to change the state of water from ice to liquid water, that is, change of phase from solid to that of liquid. While the ice is absorbing latent heat, its temperature is not changing. That means temperature is constant, whereas ice is getting converted from solid to that of liquid. Similarly, when a substance transforms from gas to a liquid, their density level also goes from higher to lower, whereas the substance that is required to release or lose some energy so that molecule do not come closer together. We can summarize this in short that the energy that is needed by a substance to either grease, melt or boil is known as latent heat. Then let's define latent heat. So latent heat can be defined as the amount of heat radiated or absorbed during the transformation phase of a substance at constant temperature and pressure is known as latent heat. Then latent heat can be first one heat of freezing and second one heat of vaporization. So solids can be heated to a point where molecules holding their bonds together break apart and form a liquid. The most common example is solid turning ice into liquid water. This process is known as heat of fusion. The result in the molecule within the substance becomes less organized. When a substance converting from solid state to liquid state, the change in enthalpy, that is delta H, is positive. However, if the substance is transforming from liquid state to solid state, the change in enthalpy, that is delta H, is negative. This process is commonly known as freezing and results in molecules within substance becoming more ordered. Therefore, latent heat associated with melting a solid or freezing a liquid is called as heat of fusion, right? And that associated with vaporizing a liquid or solid or condensing a vapor is known as heat of vaporization. Moving further, remember that in latent heat, all phase change takes place at specific temperature and for a given pressure. It takes place without a change in temperature, that is, there is no temperature change with the phase change, and involve change in internal potential energy, and either there is release or absorb of latent heat. Then we can also categorize them as endothermic phase, that is where change absorb heat from environment, they are cooling process, and the second one is exothermic phase where change release heat to the environment, they are warming process. Then moving further, formula for latent heat can be given by Q is equal to M into L, where in above equation Q is amount of heat, M is the mass of a substance and latent heat is represented by L. The SI unit is joules per kilogram, that is J per kg, and the above equation states that heat Q must either be subtracted or added up in object of mass M to transform the phases. Then types of latent heat. So latent heat can be of three different types. First one is latent heat of fusion, latent heat of vaporization and latent heat of sublimation. So let us look about latent heat of fusion. The latent heat of fusion or melting of solid is the quantity of heat in joules required to transform a solid as its melting point to a liquid without any variation in temperature. The latent heat of fusion of ice is 3.34 into 10 raised to 5 joules per kilograms, or 3.34 into 10 raised to 5 J per kg. Then the next one is latent heat of vaporization. The term latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat required for transformation of a liquid at its boiling point to gas at a constant temperature. The latent heat of vaporization differs for various liquids. Then the next one is latent heat of sublimation. Some of the substances such as naphthalene gets directly transformed from solid to gas when placed in open atmosphere. The amount of heat needed by substance to transform from solid to gaseous state, or the amount of heat needed to be removed from gaseous substance to transform into solid state, is known as latent heat of sublimation. This latent heat can be summarized in the following table. You can see this table: latent heat of fusion, vaporization and sublimation. You can also find out that it can be categorized into three classes, that is from solid to liquid, liquid to gases, and again from solids to gases. So the solid to liquid, that is fusion, gases to liquid to gases, that is vaporization, and solid to gas, that is sublimation. Again, it can be endothermic phase change or exothermic phase change. Endothermic, that is absorption, whereas exothermic, that is release of energy to the environment. So in case of fusion, endothermic process is melting or liquefaction, whereas exothermic phase change is nothing but crystallization, then freezing, fusion and solidification, whereas temperature is known as melting point or freezing point. Then talking about liquid to gas, that is vaporization. So in vaporization, endothermic phase change, that is absorption of latent heat, results into boiling or evaporation or vaporization, whereas exothermic phase change, that is release of energy to the environment, is condensation and liquefaction, and the temperatures are known as boiling point and dew point. Then the next one is for exothermic is known as sublimation for solids to gas, and exothermic is known as deposition, and the temperature at that point are called as sublimation point and frost point. So thank you for watching the video till end. I hope you have understood regarding latent heat. Thank you.